Alright guys, before we get started on the actual video, I want to see what happens when we criticize or shame Lucy about the whole Zdrada situation, because in the original video, part 1, I decided that we are gonna side with her. So let's see what happens when we scold her. She makes a fair point. You never seem to take the perspective of the others into consideration. Lucy's eyes flash dangerously. Excuse me? She's certainly a handful, but sometimes I feel like I'm the only person who sees the value in her actions. No, you don't! She's ruined so many dates! Maybe if you took the time to learn about her, she'd stop giving you such a hard time. You dare suggest that I, the CEO of Hell, do not care about my subjects? Kinda. I may have a soft spot for you, mortal, but choose your next words extremely carefully. My point is, there may be something going on that we aren't understanding. Just pushing her down isn't going to solve anything. We should take some time to learn about what could be causing her to lash out like this. An excellent idea, Taker. And since I'm so busy right now, I do appreciate your volunteering to see the matter personally. Yes, I'll speak with her. Lucy steeples her fingers, peering over them and across the table at you. It's not only Zdrada. We need close ranks. Okay, yeah, and then it continues on the regular story. So it's not necessarily a bad thing that happens. It's just like a different perspective idea. Honestly, not what I was hoping for. But hey, y'all got what you wanted. Anyways, onto the video. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm the Korrupted Judge, and welcome back to Helltaker: The Second Circle, the game that makes me question my taste in women. Now, this is going to be part 2 of Zdrada's date. In the last video that we did, part 1, basically Zdrada and Lucy ended up butting heads with each other in regards to what's going to happen. Zdrada refuses to take orders from Lucy, blah blah blah. Lucy hates her, blah blah blah. I hate her, blah 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 blah. The whole house is basically a house divided, I guess, at the current time. We got Melina's side of the story. Hopefully, we can use this opportunity to get Zdrada's side of the story. Who knows? With that said, let's kick it a nickel. Talk to her now. I might as well tackle the largest problem first. I'll head out to talk to Zdrada. Pausing only to place your dishes into the dishwasher, you once more make your way into Zdrada's old camper. Stopping a foot from the entrance, you extend your hand and rap politely on the paint-chipped frame of the screen door. Zdrada, you and I need to have a little talk. This time no answer comes from the disheveled abode. Curious, you peer inside one of the windows. Zdrada peer inside one of the windows. Zdrada is nowhere to be seen. The only sign of her is a cigarette butt poking out of an overflowing ashtray. It's still gleaming and smoke a trail. What? It's still gleaming and smoking a trail of wispy gray gently upwards to join the smoggy miasma that perpetual clouds roof of Zdrada's living. I cannot read tonight, guys. Like, oh my god. Look, it's like 11 o'clock at night, guys. This is the only time I ever get to record now, so my mind is a little bit messed up. I try to do 1 or 2 videos at night now. It's crazy, okay? Why? This is a whole Walking Dead game! Enter to look for Zdrada, stay outside to wait for Zdrada. Okay, I'm gonna save again. Okay, we already seen what happens when we talk to Lucy in a different way, so we'll do that. We'll save there. Now I need to figure out. I think we're gonna wait first, see what happens, and then we'll try and go in. It would probably be best for you to wait for Zdrada outside. Home invasion seems an awkward siege to peace talks after all. What? A pair of luminous, glowing red eyes stare back at you from the underbrush. You hear strange, chittering laughter. Beneath the eyes, jaws part with one sinking moment. You are treated to a vision straight from a nightmare. What? Teeth, rows upon rows of teeth, shine like diamonds against the blackness of the forest. 1,000 needles grin playfully at you from the shadow's bosk. You squint, trying to make out their owner as you back away slowly. I'm thinking it's Cerberus. What the hell are you doing snooping around? Oh, Zdrada's here. Wait. If she lets us in, I'm gonna go back and I want to see what happens if we do the other option. Startled, you whirled around to see Zdrada. Zdrada, you scared me. Did you see? You turn back to the small outcropping of trees. The eyes are nowhere to be seen, not a rustle or the crack of a single branch emanating movement. You feel a chill up your spine as a very, very old part of your brain informs you to seek shelter. Something ain't right. Get inside the camper, we could talk there. Okay, she's gonna get... Okay, hang on. I wanna go back for a second. So I'm gonna keep this one as the main file. And we're gonna go... And we're gonna see what happens if we just enter and go in. Wincing at the squeak of rusty hinges you push the door aside and enter the camper. You peek your way over the carpet of knickknacks and rubbishes, investigating what little mystery the camper can hold. It doesn't take long before your initial suspicion is confirmed. Zdrada is absent from the camper. You poke around a little more, looking for any clues to her current location. Then something catches your eye. A covered object, roughly the size of a small tea kettle, stands at the center of an unusual clear table. Curiosity overwhelming you, you turn towards it, reaching for the small sackcloth obscuring the item from view. Ah! Oh man, that hurt. Without worrying, a horrible screeching sound like someone cutting through sheet metal with a pair of scissors thunders throughout the cabin. You throw yourself to the ground, trying to minimize the sound by clapping your hands over your ears. But the horrible sound pierces right through your hands as though they weren't even there, lashing you with a wave after wave of noise. Then, as suddenly as it started, the sound dissipates, leaving the room in a relative quiet. 5 deep marks have been gouged into the window of the camper. The parallel lines have been cut deep into the glass, almost as if... With the dawning comparison, you put your own hand up to the markings, comparing them. The cuts mirror your fingers in shape, if not in size, confirming your theory. Someone or something has raked razor-sharp nails down the side of the camper. Out in the darkness, something moves. From the edge of the clearing, a black shape emerges. By now is now too dark to make clearly out the object, but whatever it is, it suddenly begins moving towards the trailer at a neck-break speed. You stumble around the cabin searching for something, anything to use as a weapon. You pick up a folding chair and, holding it like a professional wrestler, prepare to brain whatever ravenous monster is about to enter the camper. Zdrada bursts through the door, diving to the ground just in time to avoid your impulsive swing with the chair. Rolling over, she kicks the door closed with one boot before crawling up the frame and slamming the deadbolt into place. She looks up at you, breathing heavy, and gestures to the chair that still gripped your hands. Huff. Never would have thought of using a chair for foreplay. You crack me up, Taker. Is she good? What the hell? Forget the other side of the story. I want to know what happens here. Zdrada, I'm so sorry. I thought you were... Yeah, I figured as much. Which, by the way, is why you currently are in a pile of cinders joining the ash on my rug. Feeling foolish, you drop the chair. Did you see anything out there? No, but I sure as hell sensed it. Something big's out there, in the woods. I ain't one to shriek from a fight, but... For a second, a rare emotion crosses Zdrada's face. Uncertainty. The expression disappears as quickly as it had arrived, and Zdrada closes her eyes. As if listening intensely for a moment, she speaks. I don't sense it anymore. Whatever it is, it's gone now. No point in splitting hairs over it. You know what? Forget the other story. You guys saw that. Odds are it would have been something similar to this. This has more stuff into it, and I like it. Striding over to the card table, Zdrada plucks a covered object from the surface, sliding it under her bed as she moves to join you on the floor. Offering no explanation, Zdrada lights herself a cigarette, now at ease. So, what brings you out to my home this time? And if you say it's because of Lucy, fair warning, I'm gonna hurl. I came to see if you were doing alright. You've been far more aggressive and, well, Zdrada than usual. What can I say? I got a rep to maintain. Sure. Which is exactly why I'm here alone. Plausible deniability. No one to corroborate my story, so why don't you spill the beans, Zdrada? What have you been keeping secret all this time? Zdrada looks at you, exuding an emotion you can't quite place. She takes a long drag on her cigarette, puffing out a cloud of smoke before she replies. Fine, you want to help so bad? I ain't about to stop you, but this stays between the two of us. If just one person in this house hears about this, I'll lie to Pandamonica and tell her you whack off into her morning. Oh no! Oh my god! That is the nuclear approach, yes. But I promise, what happens in this trailer stays in this trailer. Satisfied with your answers, Zdrada turns around, rummaging around under her bed for the object she had so recently stowed away. After a moment of grabbing it, Zdrada extracts herself from underneath the bed, a small, ugly pot clutched gently in her hands. Inside the pot is a familiar, prickly shape. It's the cactus! Oh my god! Oh, I remember, they do still have it! Hey! Yo, hold up. Why is the music so somber? That's the cactus we got from the gardening center. But I thought Melina threw that away. Okay, at least I was right about that. I was skeptical if I had it right. Zdrada lets out a short hiss of frustration. She did. After the two of you went to bed, I went to fish it out of the trash. I mended the pot as best I could, but... Zdrada turns the pot to catch the moonlight filtering through the shutters. In the light, you can see the cactus is missing a significant portion of its stem. Yellowed veins, cut from their water source, run outwards from the mangled base of the spiny plant. I don't think I can fix this. Oh wait, hang on. I forgot to clear that so you guys can like screenshot the picture if you want to. Okay, hopefully you all screenshot it. So, I feel like you guys wonder why I do that. It's because I let you guys screenshot the thing that's there. I'll remove the face cam, I'll remove the lettering. You guys have your opportunity to screenshot the picture if you ever want to. I don't think I can fix this. Head lowered in something resembling shame, Zdrada extends her arm, pressing the pot on you. Fix it, please. I've been trying, but I'm no good at keeping things alive. I must be messing up somehow, but you can save it, right? Gingerly, you take the ill-mended little pot from Zdrada and peer at the plant inside. The little cactus isn't doing too well. The impact from Melina throwing it against the wall had ruptured its stem, nearly cutting it in two. While both halves were still connected by a thin band of fiber, it was obvious, even to an untrained eye, that the cacti's time on this planet was coming to an end. Whoa, music changed all of a sudden. It's dying. Don't you think I can see that? I've tried everything. Everything. Herbal remedies, sunlight, experimental fertilizer. But it just keeps dying. Is it too much to ask for something that'll stay with me? For something that I know won't just up and leave me behind one of these days? Her shoulders slump. Holy shit. I actually feel bad for her. I don't know if it's the combination of the music, hearing Melina's story at first, but I am genuinely feeling bad for Zdrada. I can tell right now how much she actually cares about this little cactus plant. Like, I know a lot of you have played this game. Why didn't you warn me that this kind of thing was gonna happen? I feel like such an ass now. If I can't even convince this plant that I'm worth sticking around. ... What am I even doing with you and the rest of the house? Is this really about the plant? Yes? No. Ugh! This is so confusing. I'm not used to this sort of self-reflection. That got me! Oh my god, that legitimately got me! Okay. I dropped the mic. The heavy impact startles Zdrada out of her meditation. Both of you turn towards the entrance of the trailer. The door rattles with another thump. It's the thing that clawed at the thing. That's strange. Lucy told me she was talking to the rest of the girls out of our way. Is there an emergency at the house? You reach for the doorknob and Zdrada shoots to her feet, her eyes suddenly wide with alarm. Taker, wait! Don't open that is a face we have not seen in a while. I've only ever seen it once during, I think the gang heist. Too late. The door is already partway open by the time you catch what Zdrada is trying to tell you. Your attempts to reseal the door are interrupted by a slender hand forcing its way through the open crack. Gripping the frame, the hand pushes hard. Through your struggles, the leverage every bit of your bulk, trying to prevent the door from opening. The effort is like trying to hold back a landslide. Slowly, you give ground, and eventually you surrender the losing battle. Leaping back to Zdrada's side, you prepare yourself as the door opens. On the other side of the door, bathed in the moonlight, stands a strange demon. The first thing you notice about her is her size. She's a full head shorter than even Melina, making her the smallest demon. I know it's a dire moment, but this confirms that Melina is the shortest demon out of all of them. I can't remember if we have information regarding how tall all of them are. The second thing you notice about is her horns, rigid and thin. They stick straight up from her skull like skewers, partially making up the height differential. The strange demon smiles and all together too wide smile, and lightly skips over the door frame. It's Befolger! Oh no! Oh Christ, this ain't good. And you know it's still bad because Zdrada's in panic. Oh shit. Thanks for finally letting me in. I've been trying to get your attention all night. Who are you? And what are you doing in her house? The demon sneers at you before lowering her knees and curtsying to Zdrada, her face a porcelain mask of false innocence. I'm Befolger, but my friends call me Bilal. Wait, if she's here, that means Mayman is somewhere close by. Because Mayman's supposed to keep an eye on her. That name sounds familiar. Suddenly it clicks. Lucy mentioned your name. You're one of the disposed lords of hell. Oh, that's a new one. Befolger wags a finger at you reproachfully. Up. Introduce yourself to the lady before you start groveling at her feet, gorilla man. Who does this brat think she is? Helltaker. The hell is silent. I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But that's not fair. Give me your actual name, Frank. I'm gonna call him Frank. And I'm... Zdrada is cut short by Befolger, who twirls excitedly on the spot. Zdrada, I know! I used to tune into your fights on the Hellovision. You were quite the pit brawler back in the day. A girl after my own heart. Oh yeah, in Melina's story, she says that she would always get fights in the gangs. I guess she was part of an underground fight arena. I low-key want to see that. Really? Thanks. You aren't liking this. Every moment Befolger spends talking is a moment a trap could be closing around you. You decide to get to the point. Come to deliver some kind of threat then? If that was the case, you should have brought the rest of your crones. Okay, Zdrada seems to have calmed down. Oh, there's the usual one. Don't need him. I'm more than enough to take on all you guys. I mean, if Sathanas was if Sathanas and Maimon were well aware of her power, and Befolgar has all of her more power gained than the rest of them. Oh god, this is gonna be interesting. Striding forward, Zdrada leans over, patting the demon on the head as one would procure a child. You can't lie to us. We know you're just a shell of a demon you used to be, Short Stack. So why don't you take this comedy routine and mosey on down the road, I believe Zdrada's forgetting that her senses were freaking off the charts a second ago. Befolgar reaches up and lays a hand across Melina's wrist, gripping it loosely. I'll say this once, 'cause I'm nice. Don't make fun of my size. Yep, I know. Look, I told you guys at one point I'm Latino. Don't mess with Latinas, especially if they're short. Don't mess with them, trust me. So I'm gonna treat Befolgar like she's a Latina. Her fingers tighten and Zdrada winces before Befolgar gently removes the taller demon's hand from her head. Befolgar beams up at Zdrada as if nothing had just happened. I'm here because I want to offer you a deal of a lifetime. Wouldn't a deal be more Maimon's shtick as the demon of greed? Befolgar's nose wrinkles as if she just smelled something peculiarly unpleasant. Yeah, I want to know where Maimon is. Tick. More like the demon of being a crybaby loser. Yeah, that I can vouch for too. I've seen the meeting. Once more, Befolgar plasters a cheery expression on her face as she resumes her pitch. You're a woman of impulse, freedom. I like that. Why don't you dump Queen Bitch and the incredible Gorilla Man and come shack up with me instead? Yo, if Zdrada, I don't think Zdrada's gonna take the deal, but if there's actually a chance that she takes this deal, we're screwed. I mean, I know I don't like Zdrada. I just went through this whole sympathy thing, so I don't know 100% how I feel about her anymore. I'm literally the 8th sin of judgment, and I can't even figure out how to judge this. Your talents are obviously wasted here, and I really need a strong lieutenant. You need me? No! She's giving in to the impulse! Befolgar clasps Zdrada's hand between her own, nodding enthusiastically. Of course, silly. Both of us are way ahead of our time. Both created to indulge in physical, distantly mortal vices. Have you ever wondered why your magic works so well here? There's no end to the gluttony we can indulge in nowadays. Gluttony. Hang on. Sathanas is wrath. Maimon is greed. Abby is sloth. Befolgar is I think. No, yeah, Befolgar is gluttony. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, are they trying to offer a full-on sin to Zdrada? But now I get it. Why she said gluttony. Zdrada. Whoa, I saw a face. I saw her for a split second. I saw her do something. In a flash, Befolgar crosses the distance between you, grasping your shirt with Desperative's powerful hands. Befolgar holds you up from the ground with no apparent difficulty. I'm honestly fucking terrified. I've seen demons. I've seen Angry Lucy. I've seen Angry Justice. I've seen Angry Judgment. Zdrada, Melina. I honestly feel terrified just looking at this. Quiet, ape. Let the lady make the decision for herself. I guess struggle? I think I just had a mini heart attack. Holy Chrysler! Is she still laughing? Oh God, she's insane! You wriggle like a landed fish, trying to wrench yourself from Befolgar's grasp, but the former Lord of Hell only laughs. Holy shit. This is I'm actually scared, and this is a visual novel game. Look, I've never felt like this since I played Doki Doki. whole Chrysler. A strange chittering noise that reminds you of a chichira in the summertime. I don't know what those are. Probably those things that make the weird sound as if the sun is burning. Looking up at your struggles, Befalgar licks her lips, her smile widening. Ooh, Mayman didn't lie. You are pretty close up. Good enough to eat, even. Maybe there is room for you back in my place, depending on what Zdrada chooses, of course. Turning her back on the two of you, Zdrada lights a cigarette with a snap of her fingers, inhaling deeply. The inevitable exhalation of the smoke is accompanied by a deep belly laugh. That's Zdrada's laugh? Oh, I forgot the Helltaker music too. Wow! You think you could just waltz in here with your holier than thou attitude, manhandle my man, and expect me to just bend over and take it? That's sex references. Sorry, but you must have gotten the wrong memo. I ain't fixing to be anyone's bottom bitch. Oh! Zdrada one. Thank you. Okay, I like Zdrada again. I don't care. Threatening Taker won't persuade me either. Man traveled to hell and back, in case you didn't know. So I seriously doubt a pipsqueak like you can threaten him. And the music stopped. She called her a pipsqueak again. You idiot. Befalgar's eyes dilate in sudden fury. Pivoting around on one foot, she cocks back the hand wound to your blazer. Here we go again. That still scares me. Do not call me Pipsqueak. I think this is the scariest date I've ever done. Whirling on the spot, she hurls you into the doors of the camper. The old rusted hinges snap under the impact, sending both of you and the door flying across the backyard. You hit the ground with a thump and roll several times before you manage to arrest your momentum. You manage to get your bearings and look back at the camper, where Befalgar is peering curiously at you. Steam is boiling off Zdrada's hand. You can tell she's only seconds away from launching an offensive of her own. Wow, she actually does look short from here. I hope that didn't mess you up too badly. I hate picking shards of bone out of my meat. Eat shit. Flame cloaks Zdrada's hand, descending into a small nova in her right palm. This is what she wanted to do with the gangsters. Rolling her shoulders, Zdrada sweeps her hand forward, sending a ball of flame blazing towards Befalgar. Aw, protecting your man, how cute. Raising one hand, the twin-tailed? She has two tails? The two-tailed demon intercepts the fireball. White-hot flames cascade from her outstretched fingers, leaving her unharmed by the blow. Smoke bellows from the old rusty camper. Whoopsie! You should really be more careful when using fire. It has a tendency to get out of hand. Even as she speaks, flames begin to spread over the floor, licking over the districts that cover the camper with 100 hungry tongues. Snatching up the potted cactus with her free hand, Zdrada calls out to where you lay, still crumpled on the grass. Shit! Helltaker, where do you keep the fire extinguisher? Her head towards you, Zdrada doesn't even have time to react to Befalgar's movements. In a single blazing fast motion, the little demon delivers a vicious sucker punch to Zdrada's ribs. The impact snaps out of a concussive blast, and Zdrada is sent flying out of her home, landing on a heap alongside you. Oh my... This bitch is crazy! Holy shit! The flames have reached the curtain, sneaking up the ancient fabrics and filling the little mobile home with smoke. From out of the flames, eyes aglow steps Befalgar, clutches something in her hand. Ladies and gentlemen, I have officially found one of the most powerful demons that ever within Helltaker universe. Befulgur, the demon of gluttony. I kid you not, this is probably the most action-packed date I've ever had to deal with. Holy shit. As she stalks towards you, ashen white hair silhouetted against the inferno the camper has become, she sings to herself. Poor little taker, gonna meet your maker. A wonderful treat for Bilal to eat. Kneeling down, Befulgur picks you up by your hair, appraising your condition with a precise eye. Normally I prefer my snacks post-coitus. Oh my god! She's crazy! But you don't look like you're in any shape to put on a good show. Her mouth gapes wide, revealing rows upon rows of razor-pointed teeth. Bon appetit! Bilal, hold on a minute! At the sound of the voice, Befulgur growls in irritation. Turning from you, she turns back to address a familiar finger lounging against the burning trailer. Oh, the weakling wants to step in and stop me from having my fun. Is it Mayman? You're welcome to come try it, Mayman. I was right. We have new orders from the boss. She says the man might be useful in negotiations. He's off limits, Bilal, at least for now. Befulgur relinquishes her grip on your hair, letting gravity carry you none too gently to the ground. Fuming, she spins to face Mayman, seizing on her moldy coat. Befulgur hoists the lackey demon into the air, much the same manner she did you. Your leash is beginning to chafe, Mayman. Let's not forget who calls the shots here. And she's panicking again. Whoa, oh, easy there, comrade mine. Let's just put Mayman down nice and gentle now, okay? I won't intervene again, you have my word. Please put me down, Befulgur. Befulgur smiles sweetly at the suspended demon, and you see her knuckles whiten as she tightens her grip. Groveling? Really now? Have you no pride as a demon? And to think I once considered you an equal. We can't all be blessed with your remarkable and discriminate taste, Befulgur. The rest of us prefer quality over quantity. Is that so? And this revelation comes from a do-nothing loser who, with no knowledge of either. So I just know it can be trusted. Be that as it may, is it really worth pissing Sathanas off just for a moment of indulgence? With a snarl, Befulgur drops Mayman to the ground. Turning back to you for a moment, you think she'll lunge to finish the job, but Bilal eventually appears to assert some manner of control over herself. Smoothing the creases out of her shirt, she turns and walks past Mayman and into the forest. Nice playing with you, Taker. Mayman, I'm leaving. Play with your boring politics if you want. Mayman takes a step backwards, cringing away from the petite demon as she walks away. Even as Befulgur departs the scene, Mayman's eyes warily follow her until she disappears out of sight. Bending down, Mayman offers you a hand, pulling you to your feet with little in the way of apparent effort. So suddenly we're all buddy-buddy? You better start talking fast. The others should be coming home any minute, and you don't want to be here when they arrive. The smile again. Mayman grins and opens her mouth, presumably to lance at you with a nuddling retort. But after a moment's thought, she closes it again. She shakes her head and looks you dead in the eyes. This isn't how things were supposed to go, enemy mine. Like hell we're intimidated by that malinformed little runt. Zdrada's stride is halted by the hand Mayman's forced over her mouth. Kneeling down, the lackey demon shakes her lightly. Oh, that's a new one. Are you as dense as you look? Listen, gal, Bilal likes you, but if you can't keep your tongue on a leash around her, she's liable to rip it out. Zdrada growls up the other demon and bites down on her hand, causing Maven to jerk away. Ah, fine. On your own head it be then. Massaging her freshly injured hand, Maven turns to you. Tell Lucy that if she doesn't give us what's ours, today is going to be the beginning. She has 1 week to meet our demands. And she flips the coin, or there'll be hell to pay. With that ominous pronouncement, Maven leaves the scene. Turning to Zdrada, you see her cradling a cactus in her hand. Miraculously, the plot survived the fight from the burning trailer. However, the plant inside looks even worse for wear. The flickering of the slowly receding fire is casting an unhealthy parlor over the little cactus. We'll save it. Zdrada looks over at you, a glimmering of hope creeping into her eyes. I promise we'll do everything we can to save it. If I have to go back to hell to wrench the soul of that plant from the infernal pits, I'll do it. Zdrada gives a small, sad chuckle and wipes away tears, trying in vain to disguise the moisture building up in them. You're really dumb, you know that? But thanks. Guys. Holy shit. That's all I can fucking say. You know what? 133 has downright made one of the best fan stories I've ever seen. I absolutely love it. The whole Walking Dead thing, the whole action scene, even though it's a visual novel, you can still get that sense of what's going on. It's amazing to see what the Helltaker community can do with this game. Not only that, but with the whole theories themselves. Guys, there's not much I could say about this date. The whole date itself is can speak for itself. But holy crap. I gotta tell you. I have a new lease on life. And I see Zdrada in a whole new light. With that said, guys, I'm the Korrupted Judge. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around.